Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Haruna Iddrisu, the National Democratic Congress, that's NDC, is here to choose their flag bearership for the next election. The new Patriotic Party has already chosen bawumia. Now let's take a look at the candidates, like possible candidates for the next primaries. It's just 2 years away, 2 years interval for the next election. So possibly they have to go for the primaries for the new Democratic Congress before they go in for their main flag bearership. So the main contestants of the flag bearership of the new National Democratic Congress are, we have Asiedu Nketiah, number one. We also have Okujeto Ablakwa, number two. And we have the vice president, Nanna Jane. Yeah, and we also have Muntaka is a candidate. And we have the chief of staff, the current chief of staff, Julius Debrah, and maybe Ato Forson, Cassiel Ato Forson. These are the 5 candidates who could possibly be the flag bearership. If there is any candidate you think of that could also be the flag bearership, you should type it in the comment section. Now let's take a look of these particular people one after the other. Now to start with, let's take Okujeto Ablakwa. He's the current Minister of Foreign Affairs. And he's also the MP for Northtown constituency. He has combining the two duties, doing the two for a while now. And being an MP and also being a minister is not an easy job. Some time ago, some MPs was also taking MPs who are also ministers were taking dual salaries, and it became a whole case. But this is not what we're about to talk about. So let's take Okujeto Ablakwa. He's 45 years of age. That's what is here on the media or on the internet. So Okujeto Ablakwa is a very young, energetic man. Come to think of all those who have become president in the Ghana, like since we became a Republic of Ghana, are above 50 years. None of them are around 40 or something like that. Now let's take a look at him. Now, Okujeto Ablakwa is Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs. He has been doing a lot. Now, he's the same guy that ushered or that gave out or honored, how you like to put it, a passport, Ghanaian national passport to speed when he came to Ghana. That he received most backlash about that, So that's on it. And he has a 4-term member of parliament for Northtown. So he has a wide experience for the parliamentary affairs, 4-term, because he has gone to back 4 times, and it's not an easy job to do that, And he also, let's say Okujeto Ablakwa is one of the most experienced ministers in the New Democratic Congress, his meetings and talks and shadows, he's one of the most performing currently, he's one of the most performing ministers of state, Minister of Foreign Affairs. He has scheduled meeting with, the Russian president. He met Russian President Putin. He also scheduled meeting with the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. He also scheduled some meetings, 1 or 2 meetings with the United Nations. He has been pushing many agendas, that is part of his much of his credential that makes him eligible for that position, He also started the Operation Recover All Loot when MPP came to power, but it was one of the most promising operations that came up in that period. But as time goes on, he has gone down a bit for a while, and it's more prominent in the Ghana affairs, like governmental affairs, and it's more promising to become one of the flag bearership pioneers. So let's take Okujeto's political journey. So he started as the presidential for the National Union of Ghana Students, that's NUCS, in 2005-2006. And he was involved in drafting youth policies for the New Democratic Congress 2008 manifesto. So when they are doing maybe manifesto or something, they will bring you to maybe bring something on board. Okay, he entered parliament at the age of 28, very young, one of the youngest people to enter Ghana parliament. So obviously, we also have an LLB from the University of Ghana. University of London. Okay. That's a quite strong criteria, you know. He has been the Deputy Minister of Information from 2009 to 2013. You know, that's the period of Prof. Mills. And also the Deputy Minister for Education, in charge of tertiary education. That's 2013 to 2016, you know. And also Minister of Foreign Affairs. So he has been minister for 3 times. Okay. And he has also chaired the Assurance Committee and served as ranking member of Foreign Affairs Committee and led operation cover all of that's his credentials for it. So based on this, maybe what do you think? Do you think he could particularly be he could win as opposed to his fellow colleagues? Now let's come to his diplomatic and service achievements. You know, he brought on this online private no premium, it was premium mail bag or something for the acquisition of this thing, passports. So when me too, I decided to take part in this. So you bring, you just apply for your online passport and that's it. Everything will be given to you. So I tried it and it worked perfectly for me. You know, so it's very very good. So that one there is one of his good initiatives. So because first initially when you want to apply for passport, a whole lot of bureaucracy. Come tomorrow, Tuesdays come, you have to pay this, and you know, a whole lot of that. So that's basically the thing that he has been able to do so far. That's eye catching. So based on this, what will be your main opinion about his ambition for this? And now let's take a look at the other candidate. The current vice president of the Republic of Ghana is the only female to occupy that position since the establishment of, like, Ghana became a republic. You know, a lot of people has become the vice president of Ghana, but he's the main female personality to become the president of Ghana. So during his time, election campaigns, he said he will bring about the female or women bank of Ghana, but yes, still we are yet to hear from that. So there are a lot of people that became. We have Ali Mahama, he became the vice president in his time. Have mahamudu bawumia, have Kwesi Ata, have Komensa, we have John Atamils, we have Joma. These people all were vice president of Ghana. And if you take it critically, two of these people that became vice president of Ghana are or became president afterwards. You know, John Mahama and Atamils, and from the same party. So Atamils became the vice president when John Rawlings was his president during a period of Jerry Rawlings' time. And afterwards, he became the president. Now let's take John Mahama too. John Mahama too became vice president during the same period when Atamils was president. And afterwards, he became the president. And now J. Mensa is also the vice president. So people are also saying afterwards, maybe if the position became favorable or vacant or to him, the odds are for her. He will obviously become the vice president. He was in academia. So his experience are mostly in academia from University of Cape Coast, that's UCC. And now the vice president of. But he served as Minister for Education during the first term of John Dramani Mahama. So that's basically his credentials, and he also has a chance of winning. Now let's come to the other person on the list. That's Julius Debrah. Julius Debrah is the CEO for Ways, and is currently the he's currently the what do you call it? Chief of Staff. He was the Chief of Staff during the first term of John Dramani Mahama, and due to his good work, he also appointed him as the Chief of Staff again. You know. So since 2015, he became the Chief of Staff until when they went in a position. So as a parliamentary candidate in the 2000 election, he stood for the parliamentary in Suhum, and he lost 2 rounds for the Japan of the new Patriotic Party. And now he didn't give up in that same. In 2004, he also gained the momentum to contest that same seat again in Suhum, and he also lost again. He lost to another party, he lost to another candidate or the same candidate. Okay, that's Frederick Opare Ansa. No, that was a different candidate. The first one he lost against for the Japan, and this one he lost against Frederick Opare Ansa. Yes, we didn't give up. So in 2012, when his party was in power, he once stood the parliamentary candidate for Suhum seat and lost again. So he has been for the 300. He lost by 388 votes. You know, that's basically the main thing. Like he lost consecutively for 3 times and he didn't give up. So he lost the incumbent rival from 2004 election from Frederick Oparimense's time. Now in 2009, so he has been contesting for the seat since 2000. Yes, so he hasn't been, but that he hasn't given up. That's basically is how he hold out to his grades and all that. Now in 2009, he was in power. Like when his party was in power, he was appointed as chief executive officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority. So he changed the name from Ghana Tourism Authority. Like it was he changed the name from some name to a different name. Okay, now so let's get into it. In 2009, he was appointed as the chief executive officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority. He served in the role from 2009 to 2013 and made 2011 under his leadership the Ministry of Tourism. That was the name for the tourism, the Ministry of Tourism. And he changed that name from the Ministry of Tourism to the Ghana Tourism Authority. Yes. So the then Ghana Tourism Board was reshaped into the Ghana Tourism Authority that we have now today. That's one of his legacies projects he have. And now in 2013, he also became the regional minister. He was nominated by John Dramani Mahama to serve in position of the Eastern Regional Minister. I mean, John Dramani Mahama has been good to this politician for good. Yes, for a while now, because all that positions he has been held in is John Dramani Mahama that will be appointing him. So after a month, he was removed from the Eastern Regional Minister to Capital Region, Greater Accra, to serve as the Greater Accra Regional Minister. You know, after Eastern Regional Minister, he was moved to Greater Accra to become the Greater Accra Regional Minister. And now he's the chief whip. So in February 2015, he was appointed by President Mahama as the chief of staff. And he served that position till they went in the position. And now he also serving that same position. So people has been pitching him for the president. No, my concern is that a person who has lost parliamentary seats for consecutive times, does he have the grades to maybe when you elect him as the flag bearer, he can become a potential winner for the party, because sometimes it doesn't take just a mere because you can't compete against the likes of Kenneth Japan and Dr. Mahamudu bawumia when you come to this, because sometimes you need grades and all katashi and all inshallah and everything, and so let's come to the next person on our list. Yeah, it's true, sometimes you need takashipa and your day, and even if you lost you have to say I've win. So that's how Asiedu Nketiah has been. Now let's come to the next person on our list. We have the current finance minister, Cassiel Ato Forson. So he was a member of parliament from 2009 to date. That's his experience in the parliament, and he served he served previously as the minority leader under the Akufo-Addo-led administration, and now he's serving as the minister for finance. And when they came to power, the dollar to currency ratio and CD ratio was wide, like it was a wide gap, and was been able to bring it down. So obviously he has a high reputation. So he has a degree from Kwame Nkrumah University, from University of Oxford, from South Bank University in London, and the whole lot. A Chartered Institute Accountant of Taxation too. So when it comes to finance and economics, he's basically he has been endowed with that. So let's come to it. He's a legislature first. He's a fiscal economist, chartered accountant, tax practitioner, and entrepreneur. That's his technical know-how. When it comes to his technical know-how, that's how he is. So he has been contesting the election from 2009. So 2008, he contested and won. 2012, he contested and won. 2016, same. 2020, he contested and won. 2024, also contested and won. And now he's serving as Deputy Minister for Finance. So that's his winning tool. Now let's come to the next person on our list. Now, Alhaji Mubarak Muntaka, Member of Parliament for the Aswasi constituency. So he's one of the longest serving ministers since 2004. After the then member of parliament for Aswasu constituency decided that he will not go again. So since then he has become the member of parliament for Aswasu constituency for that time. Now he became the minister for youth and sports at that time. That he messed up big time under John Evans Atamils. That people were calling him names because he mishandled or misappropriated the funds of the, or maybe he didn't know the technical know-how or how the things work. But now he's currently the minister for interior. That is doing much well. So you know what thing he has been doing is that when there's a public holiday, so you know one thing he has been doing for a while now. So when there is a public holiday sometime, you possibly find a way to make it to make it out of there, like to make it memorable. Maybe when it's happening on Tuesday, Wednesday, you can shift it to the Friday or to the weekends to make it best. That's basically the good thing. Now the next person is Haruna Iddrisu, the current minister of education. If not for Haruna Iddrisu, our education system would have been in shambles after the free education policy, you know. So Haruna Iddrisu, he's the owner for Kerala United, Ghana Premier League star. And he also produced Leicester City, Manchester United player Fatawi Shaku, you know. He's the owner, or let's say the manager, or let's say something like that. So the Minister of State, he served as Minister of Communication during the period of Atamils. He's also currently serving as the Minister of Education, you know. He has much experience. So he has contested the he has contested the Tamale South seat for 6 times, you know. So 6 times 4, that will give you the year, 24 years. So obviously, experience-wise, he's one of the best when it comes to experience, you know. And people has been pitching him for the flagbearership position, but now he said it's more focused on what he's doing, and that's this one, the Minister of Education. That he's doing very, very mature, you know. And he's also a lawyer. He has been called to the bar, like Asiedu Nketiah too has been called to the bar. So they are all legal practitioners. So obviously